What's going on, everyone? Investor here. It's time for my weekly portfolio update. So if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and then hit that bell icon. I don't want you to miss any new videos. I hope everyone had a great week with their portfolios. I know that I did. I was up a little over $700 this week. So you can see my account is sitting at just over $27,900 at 27,907 and 59 cents. So like I said, I was up just over 700. I think it was about 713 bucks over last week. So great week to see. I also wanted to show you guys, I know typically when I show the default setting is always here at this 1 year, but I wanted to show you my 1 month kind of roller coaster here I've had with the portfolio. You can see the ups and downs there, but ultimately just time in the market, even though it was only a month, ultimately brought me back to where I was before I had to take that or borrow that $400, I should say. If you're not familiar with what that is, like I say, you'll have to go check out the last video or two where I mentioned that. But it's good to see that at least the market and just what I've been working on brought me back without having to replenish that money. So eventually we'll get that back into the account, but it's good to see that at least I'm back now where I was. So very, very happy with the results of the week. So as you can see, obviously there was some down periods where I thought I was going to dip out of the 27,000 range or whatever, but now that I'm back up, hopefully this next week we'll cross that 28,000 threshold. So I did receive 3 dividend payments this week. We'll cover those in a minute. I spent the week dollar cost averaging into several holdings, especially on some of the days where I saw a little bit of a dip. I know there wasn't overall very big down days or anything like that for the portfolio this week, but days where it kind of started off a little sluggish, I was able to get into that and before it rebounded for the day. This upcoming week, it's kind of the same thing. I'm going to work on that same kind of dollar cost averaging as well as putting money into the holdings I'm trying to pursue for the goals for the year, as well as especially with SCHD, with the next dividend date coming up, as well as a couple others that are coming up here pretty quick. Going to try to focus on getting a little bit more into that, just try to beef up that dividend before the next dividend date hits. So try to make a little bit more money. I am going to be able to hopefully deposit the customary $275 that I normally do every 2 weeks, typically with my paycheck. No overtime, anything like that I've worked, so it should just be around the 275. But I always say work with what you have. That's what I'm going to be able to put in, and that's what I'm gonna use. So I also wanted to share something. It's kind of just a teaser, just something that I'm working on, at least something that I think is kind of big. It has to do with my investing journey. So hopefully, once I get more information on that, or once I finalize what I'm working on, I will be able to release that to you guys. I just kind of wanted to share that now. Just you guys have to stay tuned, but please leave a comment below what you think it might be, and that way, once I get the information, hopefully it'll be within the next couple of weeks. I'll be able to release that information to you guys, and we'll see who won based on the comments. So, please comment below what you think. So, let's jump over to the spreadsheet, and I'll show you what I've been up to. All right, taking a look at the spreadsheet. So, a few additions this week. Start right at the top here. SCHD added just over a full share here. Like I said, ex-dividend date is coming up. I think it was the 25th. So really just trying to focus on that here to get as much of the dividend as I can. So hopefully I can beef that position up a little bit more in the next week or two. This 0.273 shares here. This is strictly from the drip. No money added. Altria Group. Ex-dividend date, I believe, is Monday. I'll put it on the screen here, but I believe it's Monday, as well as the ex-dividend date for the upcoming week is also going to be Vici, which I haven't added, but hopefully I'll get a little bit added here before, I believe it's on Wednesday. I'll put the dates on the screen for you. But 1.75 shares of Altria Group, focusing on that one because it's goal for the year, as well as beefing it up before the ex-dividend date. Pepsi, goal for the year, only put in 0.227 this week. J&J 0.038 was just from the drip, just from the drip. Nothing added out of pocket. I believe this one was only about $6, so it wasn't much. We'll cover that more here when I get over to the dividends. Colgate-Palmolive 0.379, just adding for the goal. And NVIDIA 0.465. NVIDIA is my most volatile stock as of late, up and down and up and down. You'll see here on the next slide, but if you take a look at the 365 history, I believe it was a week or two ago, Pepsi was in the green. Now it's in the red. So it's just teetering on the brink of staying there in the green, but I'm happy with where it's at. It's progressing well, and I'm doing pretty well with that holding, as we'll see in the next slide. So ABR, and then of course Tesla is what it is. So moving across, so you can see O is now contending to be one of the highest paying, or the overall like best money wise holding that I've got. You can see it's up to $625. I did receive the dividend this week, which we'll cover in a minute. But you see it's approaching SCHD. SCHD is $690 up, $625 up for O Realty. So doing relatively well with that one. Jump it down. Coke 158, so 18% up on Coke. JEPI 479. Of course, that's with the $248 in dividends received. SCHD is doing great, about $700 up. Energy Transfer 66. Altria Group had a couple of rough days last week or so. Kind of came down a little bit from where I had it. I believe it was up at the 24% range, but still 21% up at $400. Tesla, it's Tesla. Pepsi, like I said, I was doing well with. I'm up $159, so 5.56%. Procter & Gamble up 13%. FX, AIX up 4%. Johnson & Johnson up 9%. Colgate Palmolive up 14%. Beachy's up 17%. You can see about 185, 102, 122 for Walmart, but 27.68% up. You can see it's currently sitting at $80 a share. My cost is 63, so I'm doing relatively well with that one. Kind of makes you wish I would have bought more, but all the woulda, coulda, shouldas, kind of thing. I'm happy with what I have. Apple up 6%, and of course, Nvidia, like I said, is the most volatile. I believe it was it last week's video, the week before, where I was down $400. Now I'm up $44. So, you know what? I'm happy with where Nvidia is. I'm going to continue to keep putting money into it. See, I'm up to 28.313 shares. So, it's going to go up. It's going to go down. When it goes down, I'm just going to buy more. So eventually, hopefully it will continue up, and I'll be happy that I did that. So looking at the chart, said about a week or two ago, Nvidia was down here, and now it's in the positive, and my normal Tesla is the only one that's down. But Tesla, with what it is, it still pays $50, $60 a month in dividends from what I have, which I'm using to fund other things. So it's exactly what I kind of wanted to do with it lately. So I'm not too concerned about this right here. You see, I've got $469 in dividends. Yeah, I'm still down, but that's helping me fund some of these other ones that have offset that. So jumping over to the calendar, we see $17.03 received from O. So most I've received now from O in any given month. But you can see, just looking across, progressively getting better and better and better each month. So it's good to see the growth there, especially as I keep adding. So $132 received now from O for the year. So Tesla was $50.79, a little bit down from the last 2 months, but still $50. So $412 received there. And then Johnson & Johnson, $6.27, so, or $11 this year. So far for the month, $96.23. And I've got 2 holdings left. I believe Altria Group's going to be the following month. SCHD hasn't been determined yet, so I'm not sure exactly where that's going to be. I'm hoping it's going to be somewhere around this $40 range. Would be good to see. And then Pepsi, I believe, might be around $20. But with those 2, hopefully, it'll bump me up. I think I'm going to fall short of this $164 goal, though, or at least what the projected was on the tracking app. So have to get the next couple of months here updated. So looking at the average for the month, $124 is where I'm sitting average now. This is just for this year based on what you're seeing on the screen, which is $13.86 a day, 8 cents an hour, 17 holdings. So jumping across, so $96.23 so far this month. Grand total is $1,122.43 received for the year. So I am happy to see a 4-digit number there. Obviously, with only being 2 years into this, especially if you're new to the channel, I didn't really start doing any of this until late January, February last year. So this is only my second year, really getting involved in the kind of doing the dividend investing route. So, a lot of portfolios and things out there. This is a much, much higher number. Most people are making that in a month, kind of thing. But slow and steady, working my way up. I'm happy with where my portfolio is, and I'm happy with the way I'm doing it. So I'm investing and doing things according to me, and doing things the way that I want to do them for what fits my goals and my needs. And if there's any advice I can give, that's something I want to see you guys do as well. Just invest for you. Don't invest for, trying to beat other people, or compare yourself to somebody else. Everybody's needs are a little bit different, so you invest with how you need to. So taking a look at the pies, they are up to date. Industry's the same. Looking at the goals for the year. So now I'm just under 5 full shares of Pepsi to go. Hopefully I can get that one wrapped up relatively soon. Altria Group, 12 and a half shares. And I still got 27 shares of Colgate-Palmolive. So got my work cut out for me there. Count value. So I did up the goal to 35,000. My original goal was 25,000 if you're new. But I hit that in July, so new goal was 37 or 35. Currently sitting here 27 as of the end of last month. This will get updated come the end of September, so we'll see where we sit with that. Quarterly and yearly here. So this is actually one I'm kind of excited to see because of the last dividends that I received this last week. It did solidify that I double-digit growth quarter over quarter. So you can see that I'm now sitting at 14.65% over the second quarter of this year. So consistently sticking with that double-digit growth. You can see the triple digits over here. I think those days are past, but double-digit growth is great. You can see I now received 425 for this quarter, 370 last quarter, 326 the quarter before. So you can see, nice cadence upward. We'll see where quarter four sits. Hopefully I can get another double-digit growth, and then we'll total it out for the year. So basically, where we went from quarter one to quarter four. So $1,122.43 received this year. Last year was $355, so grand total of $1,477.46 in dividends received since I've been tracking this. It works out to be about $70 a month. So not bad. Projected growth or projected dividend income here. As I've mentioned in the last couple of videos, my ultimate goal right now is to try to get most of these holdings, with the exception of Apple and Nvidia, because those really aren't dividend paying stocks. I mean, they're really relatively cheap with what they pay, kind of thing, but more for the growth sector there. But would like to see the $200 a month with all these other ones here. So the dividends received, you can see the trend line is still working its way up, even though we're right here. Hopefully we can get up a little bit closer to that 150 mark. We'll see. To see what SCHD brings in. It may be doable, especially with that and Pepsi coming in. Hopefully I can get over that 150 mark and have that trend line go up. So, and then we'll jump into the final quarter of the year. But I think of the portfolio here, you can see the growth there. We'll get it updated the end of September. You guys can see the new figure there for the growth. So, but that's what I've got this week, guys. Like I said, couple of things added. I do have something in the works, so once I get the information, I'll release that to you guys. But again, please leave a comment below what you think of the portfolio, anything that you'd like to see me do differently, or anything with the videos, as well as guess what you think my big news will be. I'm interested to see what you guys think, and then we'll release that as soon as I can. So other than that, guys, not much else to share. I will see you guys next week. Happy investing.